Okay, I wanted to get on and do a quick update. So I've kind of always struggled with food, but I never really realized that I had an eating disorder. I kind of grew up just trying to not eat as much as possible. We didn't have a whole lot of food on hand all the time. So I would just tell myself, I'm okay, I'm not hungry. I'd try to stay busy to keep my mind off of the hunger pains. And after that, I got married, and my husband could tell that I didn't eat a whole lot, but he was gone most of the day, so he didn't really realize the full extent to how much it was, and I didn't know any different. It didn't even cross my mind that I had something wrong or that I wasn't eating normal. And I would like wait for a long time, and then when I was at other people's houses, I could just eat and eat and eat and eat and eat, and I would just gorge myself. And then on my own, I wouldn't eat very much, and I would just I'd forget to eat. I'd keep myself busy and not think about food. But with each pregnancy that I've had, and I've had 3, they were really hard, and I had a lot of nausea, and it just, with everything that affected me food-wise, all of those symptoms just kind of lasted even after pregnancy. So I got really nauseous around food still, and I just, I was never a picky eater, but now most things just taste like dirt to me. It's really after I eat them, my stomach is in a lot of pain when I eat food. I was getting physically sick because of food, and so the last like 2 to 3 months, I've been in and out of the hospital about every other week. Went in because of tremendous pain that I was just feeling all the time, where my body's shutting down. I was blacking out all the time, and after that, I got stomach ulcers really bad, and the doctors would give me what I needed for them to heal, but then throughout the week, I wouldn't eat still, and so the stomach ulcers would come back, and so it really wasn't a long-term solution. And then a week ago, I had a heart attack. Well, in sorts. So a heart attack is caused by blood clots. I was so low in potassium, and the way that the doctors explained it to me was that potassium is what our body needs our muscles need it to like lubricate them and give them the elasticity that they need to stretch and move and pulsate. So since I was so low in potassium, my heart wasn't pulsating as well as it should have been, because it was being restricted. It wasn't soft and had the elasticity that it needed. So they pumped me full of potassium, and I felt really great for a while. And throughout the week that I haven't been able to eat very good, I've noticed that my chest is starting to feel tight again. And anyways, so these are all the symptoms that I've been feeling and the stuff that way that I've been going through. But as far as on the doctor end of things, we've been seeing tons of specialists. We've been going to doctor visits. We've been talking back and forth to every different type of therapist and different things that we could think of. And about 6 months ago, I met with a doctor in Orem, Utah. We had to drive there, and they said that I had all of the symptoms of anorexia, which really shocked me. I thought anorexia was something self-induced, where you basically make yourself throw up because you want to be skinny. But they said, no, anorexia means that your brain has built up a food phobia. So for whatever reason, instead of your brain telling you you're hungry, you should eat something, it says that you should eat something. Like, you still get those signals, you still get hunger pains, but it reacts to food almost like as if it's poison. It's like I really was getting physically sick from eating food, and my stomach would just, I would need to throw up after I ate something just because it hurt so bad. And so after finding that out, we kind of went through more of what we should do, and eventually, about a month ago, a little less than a month ago, they recommended Center for Change. And so I started talking to these doctors at a place called Center for Change in Orem, Utah. And they focus primarily on eating disorders. And they're supposed to be the best in the nation. They have a really high success rate. And so we started talking to these doctors to see what they would recommend my treatment should be. And we did paperwork, and we did all these tests. And they said that for my situation, they recommended an inpatient treatment. And so that was kind of a big deal, because we have 3 kids, and we don't have family immediately by us. My parents live far enough away, and their situation, they can't take care of my kids, and both of my husband's parents work, and in the community that we live in, there's just not a whole lot of people that don't have jobs. And so we were kind of scared, didn't know what we should be doing, but we are Christian. We believe we're members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and so we prayed about it, and we knew that we needed to do something, and I had tried to just muscle through and force myself to eat, and it wasn't working. I kept getting worse when I did that, and so we both felt really good that we needed to do something, and this really did seem like, for us, the answer that we were looking for, something that could provide what we needed. So we had 2 brethren from our church come over and give me a priesthood blessing, and at that point, there's been times where it's been sad to think of not being with my kids for that long and different things, but in the blessing, we were promised that everything would work out, and we would be able to pursue the decisions that we felt comfortable with, and we've felt at peace, and we've been excited about it. My older sister and her family very amazingly offered to take our kids for us, so they're in a really good home, in a situation that I'm very, very grateful for. So we dropped our kids off 2 days ago with my sister, and then we drove up to Orem yesterday, and today we are on our way right now for Center for Change. I don't know the full scope of what will be happening there, but from what I understand so far, they kind of have these phases that you work through, and the phase lasts for however long and well you respond to treatments. So the first phase is usually 5 days, and in that phase I can't talk to anyone. I can't talk to my husband. Initially they said that I couldn't talk to my kids, but later on I talked to somebody else, and they said, well, with kids we usually let you talk to them as much as you need, because we understand that this is hard for them too. So I don't know fully what that will be yet. But then after the first 5 days, I can talk to Kelby, my husband, on the weekend. And so we're really hoping that I work through phases quickly, because the faster I go through phases, the better my body's doing, and the healthier I will become, but also because the quicker I work through phases, I will be able to talk to Kelby more and talk to the outside world more, and my life will get back to normal faster. And so we're really excited though, because everything they've said about the different, like, all day long they'll be talking, I'll be going to classes and therapy, and someone even said kind of like physical therapy for stomach muscles, I guess, trying to get your stomach to cooperate the way that it should. anyways, so I will let you know more. But for right now, I won't be able to have any social media or any type of outside contact for at least a month, maybe longer. And so we will let you know more at that point. But we sure love you all, and we'll keep you updated.